Hello Year 5, happy Friday to all of you, and welcome to Week 2, Lesson 5 of our work on the animation Marshmallows. Today our Can I is, can I write the final paragraph of my story? And for today's lesson you will need a pencil, a ruler, paper and access to the internet. Today we'll be writing the final paragraph of our story. Can you remember what the final section of our story mountain was? The final section to our story mountain is the ending. In this paragraph, we will need to think about what happens to both of the characters, the boy and the creature. Does the boy have any final thoughts after his encounter with the creature? Does our story end with a happily ever after ending or a cliffhanger? These are all things that we will need to consider for this paragraph. Now let's take a look at an example that I have written. As quick as a flash, I raced through the mazy pathways of the forest to escape from the wicked creature. Eventually, I was forced to come to a sudden stop. I could feel my heart beating right out of my chest as I struggled to catch my breath. It felt like the air around me was devoid of oxygen. Feeling dizzy, I slumped to the ground, which was damp and covered with leaves. After a few minutes, I was able to regain my breath. Slowly, I turned to take one last look at the creature, who was still intrigued by the soft, spongy pillow I had given it. I knew that I was lucky to be alive. In the paragraph I have written, I've continued to think carefully to include our writing targets and use imaginative description and techniques to engage the reader. I've done this by including adverbials, relative clauses, expanded noun phrases, and powerful verbs. Adverbials are words or phrases that describe when, where, and how a certain action happened. Let's take a look at some examples that I've included in my paragraph. The first one being, as quick as a flash. This tells the reader that my character is running very quickly. Another example is after a few minutes. This tells the reader how long it took my character to regain their breath. One further example is slowly. This tells the reader how my character has turned around to look at the creature. Next, I've included relative clauses. Relative clauses give more detail about the nouns in the sentence. They begin with a relative pronoun such as who, when, where, which, that, or whose. Let's take a look at an example that I've included. Here, in this sentence, I've included a relative clause. Feeling dizzy, I slumped to the ground, which was damp and covered with leaves. Here, we can see the relative pronoun, which introduces my relative clause. A further example I've used is here. Slowly, I turned to take one last look at the creature. Who, being our relative pronoun, introduces our relative clause. Who was still intrigued by the soft, spongy pillow I had given it. Next, we have expanded noun phrases. Expanded noun phrases provide more description about the noun. In this case, I have described the pillow to be soft and spongy. Soft, spongy pillow. My two adjectives, soft and spongy, describe the pillow, the noun. Finally, we have powerful verbs. Here, I have included the word raced. Raced is a better synonym or a more powerful verb for ran. Another example is the word slumped. In this sentence, I could have said, feeling dizzy, I fell to the ground. However, slumped is a better synonym for fell. Now it's over to you to write your ending to your story. Remember to use this to support you. Don't forget to upload any work to Class Dojo so we can give you feedback on how well you've done. I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the work that you've put together. Bye for now, Year 5.